feeling, word, and behavior. I, the eternal being. I am the energy. I, the soul. Let me look at myself. Take your attention towards the center of the forehead and visualize a very subtle, shining point of light. Look at yourself, that point of light in the center of the forehead. The energy, the master, resides here and takes charge of this body. I, the being, in the center of the forehead, radiate God's purity to every cell of my body. My body is healed with God's energy. I, the being, am an embodiment of peace. Peace, the original nature of the soul. I am full of peace. I, the being, radiate God's love to everyone around me. Gently remind yourself, I am a peaceful soul. I, the divine being, full of God's love, purity, and peace. Vibrations of peace radiate from me out into this universe. I, the soul, detach myself from this world and my body. Look at yourself, that tiny point of light traveling upwards. I, the soul, am rising above this planet. I am going home. Crossing the sun, the moon, and the stars. I, the soul, have reached.
Okay, Shanti again. So we hope you able to meditate and hope you are started to experience meditation at home, because that's the only way to experience. Even yesterday I was talking to the other group. We need to start doing it on a regular basis. Then only we can feel something. So otherwise it will become a simple normal lecture. We used to the lecture, but it's good to have practice. Okay, anybody have anything to share or any question before we start for the next session? Oh, did I mute everyone? So you can unmute yourself and share if you like to. If you want to, otherwise, yes, we can share. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Let me see. Okay. So anyway, whenever you have any question, you can unmute yourself and share something if you like. That's fine. Otherwise, I'll start today's session. Okay. So we talked about knowing the self. We are a soul. Understanding our nature, the mind, intellect, sanskar. These are the fundamental. This is the very, very important, especially understanding mind and intellect is such a powerful one. And I'm doing a talk on this powerful thought and powerful awareness. I think I must have done to you also. Again, another one, our head office next Thursday night. It will be on Facebook Live. So yeah, it's because that's a very, very important aspects. Understanding myself and understanding God. That's the second part. But understand the self, understanding our inner world. That's very, very important. So we talked about that. We went inside. We have some experiment on meditation. Today is another very important subject. I'm going to talk about it. Feel like I'm talking to myself. Bring everybody in front of my screen. So it's okay. Gallery view. All right, that's good. Like to see everyone. Otherwise, I speak into it looks like I'm speaking to myself. Let's bring the gallery view. Okay. So at least I can see. Okay. Only one very brave person in the Zoom on camera one. Very good. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about this. Very good. It's good to see everyone on camera. So then I don't feel like I'm talking to myself. Okay, so we understand the first part, understanding myself and everything. And we understand the inner journey and more about our inner strength. Now, now the second question usually comes, how do we, the soul go through its own journey? How do I receive the strength? Where do I receive my strength? Usually people ask, let me pin myself. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so what I was saying, yes. How do I receive the strength? So people always ask me, how do we receive the strength? And that's what we're going to talk about it. What is the soul? Who's the soul? We understand. Now, how the soul receive the strength? So everybody know this, eh? Everybody know this. Mobile phone. And it's very useful. And how long we can use the mobile phone without charging? How long you can choose it? Anybody can charge your mobile phone rest of your life without charging? Forget about rest of your life. Can you manage to carry on with your phone for the whole day 24 hours. At least depends on your mobile, maximum around 12 hours it lasts. So the device need to get charged, so that will continue. In the same way, the soul, the soul, I'm in the body, when the body physically also get tired, the soul is the one experiencing the tiredness. The soul, if the soul remain charged, it feel more energetic. The soul control. So how do we get the soul charged? That's why we're going to talk about the source of our strength. And so let's ask in another word, I'm going to talk why I'm going to circle around. In another way, I'm going to talk about the supreme power or higher power or divine power or God. Whatever language you like to call, people call divine power, supreme power, almighty, God, So these are the aspects. It's why people ask me this question. Let me clear out before. Do we really need to know about God if I want to meditate? Answer is not really. My second point is how long you want to sustain that experience. How long you want to sustain the inner peace and inner happiness, temporary or permanently, or rest of your life. If you want temporarily, yes, you don't have to have nothing to do with God. If you want permanently, in my experience, it is yes. We need that higher power if we need the permanent experiences. And also we have so many understanding about God. We have so many idea about God, and today we are going to little bit clear about all this idea. 1 + 1 always 2. No matter which calculator you use, no matter what mathematical formula you use, 1 + 1 is always going to be 2. In the same way, experiencing God's love, understanding God, because the truth remain always one. Truth become always one. So we're going to understand the truth of God. So my question, let's answer first question. So usually, first, let me answer the first question. Is God loving always, or he sometime terrific? What do you call it? In India, people usually talk about God punishes. Is God always loveful, or he punish sometime? My question to you. You can put the answer in the chat. Loving always? Is it always or sometime? That it says loving, but I want to know is it always or sometime? Always mean he never punish. Always. Or someone say always. He never punish, even for a little bit. Yes, his nature. So then why people are talking about God punishes? If you do the naughty thing, God punishes. If you do the bad thing, God punishes. We'll talk. We have another session coming up. I think somewhere either tomorrow or next week, though week after. Actually, everything we punish ourselves through our action we are doing. So we are the one creating our action and punishes ourselves. So yes, that's right. The first thing I understand, God never punishes, and we are the one. Everything I experience in my life, it is the outcome of my production. I invest. If I invest in the business, I'll get the return. If I invest in the business, if I don't do the right thing, I experience the loss. Nothing to do with God. So that's the number one understanding about God. We're going to talk about why is that in a minute. Number two, what is number two I was planning to talk about? This is an example actually. Some years ago, I don't know, you probably heard the Twin Tower attacked in United States. There was a big news even in Australia. Then big news came in the newspaper. I remember those days. Is God blamed for this? Big news in the Sydney Morning Herald, I believe. Is God blamed for this in the big picture? And under the subtitle was, that's a headline, is God blamed for this? And the subtitle very interesting. Those who had faith in God lost faith in God. Those didn't have faith in God developed the faith in God. And that was, and then explaining what happened. Why do you think that? Major incident in the world, somebody developing the faith in God, somebody losing faith in God. Why? It is because of the misunderstanding. Those who have faith in God, that's good. Those who lost faith in God is definitely a misunderstanding. If he's loving always, how can they're supposed to be loving more? Sometimes it's easy to blame someone for something, and we all, God is the one never replies, so we easy to blame him. If I blame the wife or husband or children or government, they always come back to us. Okay, that's the two thing I thought something to think about it. Let's talk about this unique power, supreme power. Why we need his part in our life. Because when I was young, I think I'm still young. When I was very little, and I think about 10 years old, I believe, I had so much desire to meet God, experience God. No, that young. In school, in everybody, in temple we go and everybody talk about God's story and everything, especially Shivaratri, all these things. I don't know what faith you are. Anyway, I'm from Hindu background, so we go to temple, especially on Shivaratri. They talk about all these stories. I always have they talk about all this, have God come and heaven, all. I just had a deep desire. I want to see God. So someone told me, Ketan, do you want to see God? I said, I was innocent. I said, yes. And someone told me, I don't know who told me, someone told me, if you want to see God, take your finger, rub your forehead 1,000 times, you will see God. Guess what? I totally believed him at that time. I thought, okay, this is my path to find God. I went to my house corner. I started to rub 1, 2, 3, 4, and I rubbed. I was rubbing it. I don't know how many times I count. I rubbed for a long time. My thing is, do you think did I see God after 1,000 times? Or what good have I seen it after rubbing your forehead for 1,000 times or something around? I didn't see God, unfortunately, but I saw something. I have a blister started to come up, big blister. I had that mark for a long time. I don't know if now, I think now it's went away. I had that blister mark for a long time. People make fun of me. But the reason I'm sharing this experience, I did see God. I did experience God now. Now I have the experience of God and experience belief and experience. So my conclusion of that experiment is whatever he said was true. But he said, I will see God when I do that, but I didn't see at that time. Now I have. Yes. After 20, 30 plus years ago, I have experienced. No, you don't. By the way, I have a good news for you. You don't have to wait 30 years to experience this. You probably can experience very soon, within hours or within a days, within a weeks. There's a secret. I'm going to talk about it. To experience, number one, to understand this, first we need to understand ourselves. That's the first step. We talked about it. Now let's understand God, the supreme power, God's power in a little bit deeper way. They always people ask, who is he? Where is he? What is he doing? And what are his quality? How does he look like? Okay, anybody know the answer? How does he look like? Where is C? Anybody have any answer? If you don't answer, I'm going to give it to you, but I'm just asking you. Remember, I told you earlier, 1 plus 1 is going to be always 2. So, truth revealed based on understanding or Brahma Kumari the belief. I don't think so. Anyway, I'm going to share what totally. I'm going to share my experience. My experience, because I was looking for a God since for a long time. Now I experience it, even experiencing it. Okay, so first of all, how does he look like? Okay, you now looking at me, I look like, okay, I have a head, I have an eye, I have every the features. That's my body. And we talked about the soul. It's a, how our soul looks like a tiny, this is a big point of light, like a tiny point of little star, the soul. And the soul come here, sitting in the center of the world and playing in the body, playing the role. The same, the soul playing the who is the father of this body? It is. Who is the father of Gid? And we have a father. You know, we have a father for this physical appearance. But now we know there's a body and the soul are the separate. So now my question to you is, who's the father of the soul?
The Supreme Father, the Supreme.
Yes.
The Supreme Soul.
Supreme. Yes, we are right. So we call it Supreme. You know, we call it various name. So that's why the soul has his own father, because soul only change the body and reborn and change the body and reborn. The soul continue. We talked about earlier lesson. Soul never die. The body is the one keep expiring. So soul is eternal. So soul's father is the one we call Supreme Father. The body father also keep changing. So that's clear now. So if I'm a point of light, how the soul's father, my father, your father looks like? Soul's father mean my father. I'm a soul, you are a soul. Our father also looks like the same point of light. They say the cat, the kitten looks like a pussycat. The kitten looks like a cat. He never looks like a dog. Dogs always look like a dog. Tiger always look like a tiger, baby tiger. So the same way, human being always looks like a human being. In the same way, soul always looks like the soul. So I am a soul point of light. How do my father, Supreme Soul, looks like? Exactly the same as I am. Some people say, because he's a Supreme Soul, he must be too big. I'm a little star. I'm going to tell you. No, exactly the same as I am. Exactly the same as I am. You know, there are some similarity for me and God, you and God. We all looks the same point of light. We all have a good quality. I have a peace and happiness, knowledgeful, merciful, compassionate, all these things. And God also, ocean of love, compassionate, peace. What differentiate me and God in that manner? My happiness up and down, up and down. God's happiness remain permanent. Never goes down, never goes down. That's what they say is ocean of happiness, ocean of peace, ocean of jewels, ocean of knowledge. He's an ocean. People always, you note it properly, people always connect to God as an ocean. Ocean means what? Never ending. The river may dry up, the pond may dry up, ocean never dries. That's how people connect to the ocean, means God's qualities in ocean. So that's clear. So what separate me and God? Only one main reason separate. I come to the body and leave the body and come to the body and leave the body. We go through the birth and death cycle. Supreme Soul never go through the body. He never take a human body. I mean, he doesn't take a birth. He doesn't come through the mama body, baby, then adults and grow up. Why? If he take a birth like I do, then he has somebody above him. Then he need to be controlled by his supreme power. He will be controlled by something. So the reason he is always there to help us, So how does it look like? So that's what one of the my screen background is a representative of Supreme Soul. That's why I put it there. It's the Supreme Soul, like it seems to be, we made it big, but it's not big as the photo says. It's a very tiny one, like the point of it, like you see here. So this is how he looks like. Number two, we already talked about his quality. His point of light, his qualities, everything good in unlimited amount. It's not limited. I may be happy today, upset tomorrow. Happy day after tomorrow, upset tomorrow. We go fluctuate. And God, Supreme Soul, remain the same. So that's number two. Number three. This is another interesting one. I'm going to ask you, this is the difficult question. I don't know you will answer it. Let's see. Where is he? If we want to meet God, we need to know where is he. Then only we can go and meet him or have some sort of connection. So I am now connecting through you from here. So if you want to connect with the Supreme Father, someone say everywhere. So if I want to connect with him, where do I go? So if he everywhere, that's exactly what I was told for a long time. But then I had a little bit confused when I. So if I want to, he's everywhere. How then? I should be able to see him right here and right now, but I can't see him. So then it's a confusion. Another confusion also. This came in my mind. But I'm going to explain why is it what it is, and if you want, you can share your thought. The second point I heard came in my mind. On special day we offer all prasad. I don't know, but whatever faith you are from, in Hindu tradition we offer prasad on special day, and we invoke gods, and God said, "Come and accept the food." Now we are doing this prayer and all these things, and suppose my pussycat coming to take the eat the prasad without knowing me. Now, what would be the natural reaction of us when the cat or dog come and eat the food we offered for God at that time? What is our natural reaction? Most people, I have seen it myself. Naturally, people they try and chase it away. Even the temple also, we are not allowed to do anything. If God is, if God is everywhere, then why wouldn't we allow the cat, thinking cat is the one coming to accepting the prasad? It really opened my eyes. Wow. If God is everywhere, that doesn't make sense. Number three, if God is everywhere, that means he probably in me also. 1 second. Okay, so if if God is everywhere, and definitely he's going to in me, in everyone in the world. That's clear, right? He's going to be everyone in the world. Now, this is another question. If God's quality, we already talked about it. Ocean of happiness, ocean of peace, ocean of compassion, ocean of everything. if he is in each and every human being, or in the planet, or the being, everything, should they respond to each and everyone? So everyone, is everyone in the world showing the 100% love and care and happiness to everyone, or each and every planet in the world, all the animals, everything, showing the compassion toward everything, or they are fighting with each other, killing each other, um, doing all sorts of things. If God is in everywhere, how can this happen? That's another awakening for me. That means something not right. I thought about it. But I had a huge respect for my teacher who taught me this. Huge respect. I still remember her face in my, my school, primary school teacher. He taught me this. But then why this the concept came, God is everywhere, even though it doesn't seem to be he not everywhere? Why this concept came? And then when I talk about it, and the concept, I don't know, you're familiar with the Bhagavad Gita. In Gita, there's a version, people believe some version of God. This version says, it says here, when you remember me, and I will, he said, when you remember me, I will you will experience me wherever you are. When you have total love for you, you will see him, experience him everywhere. That's only when you have true love for God. That's what says. So suppose all this say for example, there's a one Guruji has such a deep meditation in God, and he's such a yogi, experiencing his love everywhere. He's experiencing God. He's experiencing God's love. And you go and ask him, Guruji, I want to know where is God. He's going to tell what answer he's going to tell. He's experiencing his presence everywhere. He will tell son or daughter, I see him everywhere. For him, that's an experience. So I'm hearing this. I'm coming back here. I come home and my mom is asking, where did you go? I said, I went to see the Guruji. What did he say? I simply say, he told me God is everywhere. And then my brother asked me, where did you go? I say, I went to see Guruji. What did he say? He's everywhere. This is how the message spread. I'm going to tell you another silly, it could be a silly example, but it's one of the powerful examples. When I came to Australia, one of the first game I played is called Chinese Whisper game. I don't know, anybody familiar about Chinese Whisper game? Then I can explain you. It's very, very interesting game. Basically, we are our 30 students in the group, and we were sitting around, and our teacher was telling somebody say yes. One of the teacher was our teacher was telling something in front of the first student's ear, something secret, telling something secretly, one sentence or something. The rule says he had to repeat exactly what he heard to the next person. And the next person must repeat exactly what he heard. Exactly. That's the rules. And it will go through second student, third student, fourth student, fifth student, and up to the 30th student. And after the 30th student, the teacher told the first student, what did I tell you? And he was telling what he heard. And then the teacher told, okay, the 30th student, he said, okay, what did you hear? When they each told what they heard, everybody was laughing because everybody heard everybody heard something else. Everybody was hearing, I heard something else, he told something else, that one, the first one was something else. It's so funny. We were laughing and laughing. The moral of the story, within 30 people, just within 30 people, one sentence got understood it totally differently. One sentence within 30 people understood by totally different. Everybody understood totally differently. Imagine this concept of God. Where is God? Somebody saying somebody saying someone in 30, how many billion in this world at the moment? 700 or 9 billion. Anyway, quite a lot, 900 billion. How much confusion we potentially expect the message of God's everywhere. That's probably why I came to the conclusion. So it's a lot of chance for confusion. Then I came to the conclusion, God is not everywhere, but it's an experience. It's an experience only. If I have love for God, I can see him everywhere, but that's my experience only. But in real, he's only in one place. Let me ask this question. How many suns we have in Australia? One. How many suns we have in America? How many suns we have in the world? Only one. The same sun, at the moment, we don't have in Australia. It's somewhere else at the moment. The same way, God is only one being. It's our experience is the according to our connection and the feeling we experience him according to our connection feeling. So that's hopefully it's clear. I'm spending a little bit extra time. This is one of the so much confusing factor. People are so much confused. So hope I cleared it up. Now, so he's not. If he is not everywhere, then where is he? People ask. Where is he? I wish to say he's in my home. He's in my home. But for me, I can say it's my home, but it's not real. Not real for you. So in theory, when we ask people, where is God? What we say normally, people say, we point up. Almost regardless of which faith they are in, they always say up. Up, they point up. So yeah. So that's why God, Supreme Soul, is always up. Where up? There's I'll probably show you a picture in a minute. Yeah, probably I'll show you the picture now. So there's actually God. We always believe God is up. So up means where. So I'm going to show you where exactly. Anybody has any questions so far? Please feel free to ask. Okay. There's a good picture here again. Okay, let me screen share so you can see. Let me screen share so hope we can see. I'm going to screen share so you can see that. So there's a picture you see. Give me a minute. Yes, have a look at this picture. I will be right back. Okay. This is a tree. The world you are seeing it. I don't know. I couldn't get the bigger picture. I wish I can get the bigger picture. But anyway, this is hopefully you can see. Can you all see this picture? This is a bit better. Okay, you all see this Earth. Earth. This is where in this Australia. We are sitting here, and after the Earth, you see the other planets and the universe and everything. And when you go even beyond the planet, there you see the wide area. This is where in this planet. We are the one we live, the human being living. The second, you see the white region. This is what they call it, subtle region. Means subtle means that no one with the body live here. People believe angels live here. Angel mean, you see the angel, look, they look like human being, but they have no flesh and bones, and it's like a beautiful angels, like white dress, and they fly around. That's what they believe it. Also, in some Hindus believe in here the three deity Brahma, Vishnu, Shankar lives here. They believe it. So this is the angel, they call angel of subtle world. That's what they believe. If you go beyond that, you'll see the red light area and the rays and the point of light. This is what we call everybody. All the religions referring to this area that they call supreme region, land of liberation, um, what else? Shantitam, Muktidam, all these them. People call it so many names for this. This is the area they all talk about. People say at the end, normally people say at the end of their life, they want to attain liberation. What they mean is they want to go and sit here. They want liberation, mean they going to sit here. Here only souls live here. No body, not even subtle body, only the souls live here. So our supreme soul lives here also. He lives. This is his residence. So wherever father is, children also there. So this is also our home also. Before we come to this earth, the planet, and take this body, we were there. And we come down in this world, took a body, and we playing our part at the moment. This is where we all come from. Every human soul in the planet came from here to this world, play their part. And when we play the whole world, everything finished, we'll probably go back also. Okay, this is where God is. So where is God? Everybody pointing up, and they're representing this place. That's what they are representing, this place. So hope that's a little bit clear. So where is he? Is up. So we talked about who is he, the qualities, how does he look like, where is he, and also now, so what else? So we need to understand about him. Okay, the next one is very important also. Okay, now the name. Looks like you're all parents or grandparents. When you have a when you were given the role to name your grandson or son, how do you name them? What's your guide you use it? What guide you use it? Normally people use astrology. They keep the name based on astrology. Most probably in India and Sri Lanka, people have they usually keep some similar. They see, okay, he looks like a beautiful girl, so they name Lakshmi in the beautiful goddess. So it looks like people based on the quality they see in them, and they will keep the name accordingly, generally. So that's generally the human being. That's what but if you want to name God, what name would you give? But I'm going to give a little bit disclaimer. I know there will be, you may be Christian, you may be Muslim, I'm Hindu. I'm going to tell you something. God does not belong to any religion. I know this is, you may not agree with me. God does not belong to any religion. Recently we had an election, I think somewhere. He is an independent representative. God does not belong to any religion. But we associate with us religion, but he never belonged to any religion. Because he is only one. We call him in many names also. I'm going to find, that's what we are talking about. We call him in many names, but he should have a one unique name. they call me Keaton, my name. At work, they call me nurse. At home, they call me a son. When I go to outside, they call me a friend. When I go to somewhere else, they call me, when I go to our center, they call me a teacher, meditation teacher. So one person playing all this role. So in the same way, God has, we giving him so many names, but he only was the same one, is playing the same role. Okay, anybody have any idea? What name would you like to give? Everybody thinking. All right, I will tell you, but I'm going to give you a disclaimer. This is my disclaimer. When I say the name, don't think this God belongs to a particular religion. I've already told you, he's nothing. He's not belong to any religion. He's independent representative. You can ask him anytime. How do I know? I spoke to him. All right. When we, as I said earlier, when we give name according to the quality and the representation. What we talked about God is a loving, caring, compassionate, help us everywhere, every level. Everything, all these qualities represent one name. There's one name is called, I will also put in the chat so you can see, Shiva or Shivam. In Hindi they call Shiv. In Hindi they call Shiv. In India, in Tamil Nadu, they call Shivam. So everybody talk a little bit differently, but the name is Shivam, means point of light, means benefactor, means remover of sorrow, means they call in Hindi Kalyanagari, means benefactor of everyone. So this is his name. So what Supreme Soul's name is Shiv. Shiva, or in Sri Lanka they call Shiva, in India they call Shiv. So whatever that is, this is him. Then when we call Allah, Jehovah, all these things are the generic. There's all the generic name, but this is the primary name. So, but if you say we have Muslim student come here, I tell them especially when the Muslim student comes, say today Allah says. I purposely says that. When I say that, my other student looks at me strangely. What are you talking about? Whether I call Shiva, whether I call Allah, it's all the same. Oh, I'm not doing magic, yeah? So I have a cup in my hand. I don't know, you can see my cup. Okay. My skin's, okay, you see my cup. In this cup, I have something called, I'm putting some liquid. So now I'm putting some white thing, I call it water. So it become water. Next time I put a milk, it's become a milk. Then I put on juice, it become a juice. So and every time you put something, your label change. Your label change, but the class never change. Make sense? So we use God for a very reason. He never changed, but the purpose we using will change. And I'm going to share something. What's God's role? What is he here for? What does he do? What's God's role? People usually say, when they get sick, they ask God to fix their body. When they don't have a job, they ask God to give me a job. When they ask God everything. But I'm going to tell you something. If you get sick, the best thing you do is go and see a doctor. If you get sick. If you want a job, go and apply. But don't misunderstand me. I love God, but God is there to help you. God's job is to make you happy, make you purify. We are at the moment The human being are in the deep sorrow. His role is to make me happy and purify the soul. Giving me a nice job not going to make me purify the soul and make me happy temporarily. The soul need to be purified. We're going to talk about in another session also. So whole job is to empower me and purify me, make me happy for the rest of my life forever. That's God's role. But then people are, then does it mean God's help with other things? Of course, if you have faith, it will happen to you. But it doesn't mean God's, you had to make God to fix. If I tell people that sometimes people misunderstand me, not me, misunderstand this. If you get sick, um, if you get sick, definitely seek medical professional help. Don't think at home, God will protect me. No, I'm the nurse, I'm telling you. You have to take the proper medical help if you're sick. If you want a mechanic, if your car is not jumping, not starting, you're going to pray for God. Yes, God may send you the mechanic, but the mechanic has to help you. So God can help you to send the mechanic. All this, and I hope it makes sense. I'm trying to give some example, makes sense. Why I'm sharing all these things? We all, I don't know, maybe you text me here if you think, is any of you had a desire in your lifetime like I had to see or experience God? Have a desire? And if you had, I'm going to give you the secret formula I use to experience that. And I'm telling you, I have experienced it. That's what I'm happy. I was saying, that's what I'm the happiest person in the world. I'm going to tell you how to experience God's connection, God's companionship. That's what. This is my experience. No one can say this is wrong because it's my experience. So how did I experience it? How can you experience God's love? So, and after with this, we'll finish for today. If you have any question. Okay, now, usually I ask when people usually come for the in-person class, you'll ask them, remember someone you really love and tell me who that is. Usually people usually say, I remember my mom. I remember my dad, my father. Someone say, I remember my grandmother. I remember my kids. Someone remember my, no one remembers say they remember a wife. No, I'm just kidding. No one will say, I remember my husband. But I'm just joking with it. But they remember someone in relations. Immediately I say, remember someone, they say immediately the relationship come in their mind. Number one, immediately the relationship come in their mind. So if you want to remember God, if you keep him as a relations, some sort of relationship that you can connect him easily. As soon as I ask the question, people immediately connect with their mother in thought, immediately. The same way, if you have the same relation with God, in this relationship connection, in a second you can connect. In a second. How means, as soon as when I say think of your mother, whether think of mother, you instantly think of your mother. You don't need to take time for it. How do I connect with God? Is some way of connection through remembrance. That's what the Gita say. Remember me alone. Manmana bhava in Gita say. Manmana bhava means remember me alone. It is old faith saying in a different language. I'm sharing from what language I was brought up in. So the way to connect with Supreme Soul is the remembrance, is the only way to connect with him. So in order to connect with him, you need to have number one, we need to be on a soul frequency. So if you want to, so we talked about it. Let me this point, this background is annoying me, so I'm going to change background. Let's change the background. So we get a good background. Okay, I hope that's helped. That's better. Oh, that's better. Oh, this. Let me remove the background. Okay, now I can see. That's better. So if you want to, where is my camera? So if you want to connect with Supreme Soul, you need to be in a same frequency. That's the only time you can connect. If you want to connect with Supreme Power, you need to be in the same frequency. Up until now, he always in the soul frequency, I was in the body frequency. We are not connecting. Like he's in AM channel, I'm in FM channel. We can't connect. So that's what the first lesson we talked about, become awareness or soul awareness, point of light. Then you become, God is a point of love already. Then you remember the point of light, you automatically connection. So that's first step. Then if the connection becomes more quicker without any effort, that's what the relationship is essential. As soon as I say, mother, remember your mother, you're remembering. So if you make God as part of your life as a mother, supreme mother, or supreme father, or supreme friend, or supreme coach, I always call him, he's my supreme coach, supreme friend. Then immediately my mind goes to him and we have a connection. Now next week I'll go through the example and I'll give you some more. We'll go through some more deep exercise how to really connect with him through the commentary. Today is only a theory. We had to give you I was trained in a nursing. I was a trained nurse. Before they go to the very important subject about the body, first the whole day they talk about anatomy, physiology, everything. And only the next week, when we fully understand about the body, then we go to the lab and we play with that, play with all the inside of the body thing to feel the experience. So in order to play with that, we need to have a theoretical knowledge about the anatomy and physiology. So in the same way, I'm using the same analogy. If you want to experience divine power or supreme power, you want to experience that, first you need to understand theoretical part. So hope that makes sense. So you understand the soul and supreme soul and make the connection. Make the connection. We use relationship, whether you can call him as a father, mother, lover, beloved. So that's how it works. Okay, makes sense. So when you do that, then you have connection. Okay, this is, so I think that's for the some of the part I thought I'll cover tonight. And we'll finish it. If you any questions so far, if we have, other we'll finish with a little bit of experience. And next we'll have a more deep experience experiments on connecting with God. Because this first session and the second session are the foundation of Raj Yoga meditation. Whatever faith you are in, I don't know what faith you are in, doesn't matter. If you want clarification, we can talk about it next class. But because we already 8:35, I like to finish in 5-10 minutes, within 5-10 minutes. I don't want to hold you too long. Usually our session is 90 minutes in person. We have really exercise. We do a lot of exercise activity, but online we can't do much. So I don't want you probably too bored if I keep you too long. All right. So if you have any question, bring up next week. Then I'm going to finish with a little bit experiment on. I'm going to play a commentary. Maybe have some visual experience, and then we finish with that. If you have any question, please feel free to after the commentary. You can share with me or email me or chat here. Let's get that commentary.
Gently remind yourself, I am a peaceful soul. divine being, full of God's love, purity, and peace. Vibrations of peace radiate from me out into this universe. I, the soul, detach myself from this world and my body. Look at yourself, that tiny point of light traveling upwards. I, the soul, am rising above this planet. I am going home. Crossing the sun, the moon, and the stars. I, the soul, have reached home. It's a region of divine light, a land of complete stillness and peace. It's just peace and peace all around me. The soul world, my home. I see before me a very bright, shining point of light. My Father, God, the Supreme Power, just like me, another soul, very powerful, ocean of divinity and unconditional love. I, the soul, am sitting with God. God, the energy with whom I can experience all my relationships. God, my Father, my Mother, my teacher, my guide. God, my friend, my companion. God's unconditional love and powers are flowing towards me. I, the soul, am getting filled with God's love. God, the Supreme Power, is the ocean of peace. Peace, that one feeling the whole world is looking for. The ocean of peace is my Father. God's peace radiates from me to the entire world. It's reaching every soul who is looking for peace. I am a radiator of God's peace. It's just peace and peace all around me. The soul world, my home.
So yes, so that's what you see. This is the Supreme Soul, Supreme Region, represented Supreme Soul and all the other soul. This is a place for peace and just stillness. That's what I was talking, referring to the soul's home, the Supreme Soul's home. So a visual experience for you. So hope you liked it, and we'll see you next week. And you have a fantastic day. I don't know. Yeah, that's it. That's all for today. And I will actually. Oh, okay. Those who I have a beautiful explanation of what I told by one of our senior yogi. I will. I'm happy to send that to you if you can. Some of you already emailed you to be at Brahmakumaris. If you email this to this email, there's a beautiful recording of senior sister explaining all these things. Very simple ways. It's on YouTube. I don't know, you will search and find it. So if you want me to send it to you, I'm happy to send it. So that's on the topic we discussed, and she's explaining very nicely. Very short, essential. I thought it's you can, in addition, as a refresher, you can listen to that. That's an email. If you have any problem, then you can text me this number. It is all this number and the email all in the official website, brahmakumaris.org.au website is there. So already there, I'm just giving you. You click the center Tungabi, where I'm based in, and then I will be. Okay, that's all for today. Unless you have any question, and okay, Shanti.